What is going on, my dudes? Taj here, back again with another Genshin Impact video, and today we are going to be talking about the banner details that just came out for part 1 of version 3.3. Now, bear in mind, and this is just in general to everybody out there, that just because I tell you it may not be worth it or it may be worth it does not mean that you have to summon on it. Just know that you are your own person and you are more than welcome to summon on wherever you want to summon on. But I only put this out there just in case you guys are looking for something that could be more beneficial to you. So let's go ahead and break down these banners. Now, as you can see right here, we do have the Wanderer banner, and of course, we have the Arataki Itto banner right here. And this is a pretty decent lineup, but first let's go ahead and talk about each unit by themselves. Let's start with Yanfei. Now, Yanfei is a Pyro DPS Catalyst user who has actually proven time and time again that she can still hang with the best of them. I wouldn't say that she's the best DPS out there, but she's a very underrated 4-star DPS in my personal opinion. She does a lot of really good stuff with her kit, and she has a lot of synergy, which makes sense why she's on this banner, because Pyro has a very, very good synergy with Anemo, obviously. And Swirl really does a number with Pyro, so definitely makes sense to have Yanfei on here. The only downside is that Yanfei wouldn't work entirely well on an Itto team, but that's okay because again, Yanfei can work on so many other team comps, and there's just so much that you could do with her in general that I really can't say anything bad about her. Like, I've played as her, or played with her many times before, and I've gotten her to Companionship 10 because, well, I think she deserves it. She's, again, a very underrated unit in the game. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for Yanfei. Now, let's go ahead and instead of going over Goro, since we transitioned over here, we're going to talk about Faruzan. Now, Faruzan is a little bit of an unknown factor. Again, obviously there are leaks out there, but I try not to pay too much attention to leaks. But from what I've seen, her kit is very, very decent and she works really, really well. She seems like she's going to be DPS / support to help out with, you know, our boy Scaramouche. And it looks as though her kit is going to be kind of like the Viridescent Veneer set itself. So honestly, she's going to be really, really good for an Anemo-based team. Now, I've talked about this before in the past, and we're going to be talking about it again here today with Goro here in just a moment, but I am liking the fact that we are having these monotype teams. I think that honestly, Genshin should have started doing the monotype teams before they started transitioning into teams that are like different elements. And the only reason why I say that before anybody crucifies me in the comments, understand that I also come from another game called Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, where monotype teams were the rage for the first 1.5 years of the game, even 2 years. And monotypes were so much fun just because of the fact that you could rock different sets of teams with different monotypes. Now, granted, this isn't back in 2015 or 2016, so monotype teams don't entirely do, you know, or aren't really an uproar, but I'm liking the monotype team comps. I love my Hydro Shotgun team. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to try out an all Anemo team with Scaramouche and Faruzan here, just like I've tried with a Mono Geo team. Speaking of the Mono Geo team, the king of the Mono Geo team, or at least the unsung hero of the Mono Geo type team, is actually Goro. Now, Goro is a monster when paired up with Itto. Now, you've heard people say it before. Even MTashed posted a video talking about how good Goro is when it comes to Itto, and I can only re-emphasize that. Like, Goro at C6 makes Itto absolutely busted. So if you're pulling on Itto, you better hope that you get Goros, because Goro is going to be that guy in the Mono Geo team that is going to help carry your team with just all the support you could ask for. His E and his burst just do fantastic things for the team. Overall, I think that Goro is an unsung hero, and a lot of people give him a lot of crap because, well, you know, Goro is just for Geo. He doesn't really help out too many teams outside of the Geo comp. But again, if you're wanting to run mono teams, there's no denying how good he can be. And I say this to everybody, don't underestimate the mono teams. Mono teams are a lot of fun too. Sorry, I had to get a little bit of a water break right there. But yeah, let's go ahead and actually, before we get into Scaramouche, let's talk about Itto, since we have, you know, him right next to Goro. Itto is a fun DPS, and the reason why I say that is I got to play with him for a little bit. I have him, I believe I got him C1 or C2. And Itto actually is a lot of fun as a DPS. The reason why I say that is because obviously you get the little Ushi Bowl, and I jam with the Ushi Bowl. I'm just saying Ushi is fantastic. But overall, like, the way that he works is so strange, but it's awesome. Every other normal attack or auto attack he does, you basically get a charge towards when you use your burst. And when you use your burst and you hold down your attack button for a charged attack, you're going to be doing these uppercut shots with his Oni, like, club, and it does so much damage. I had so much fun back when he first came out and I was fighting the Geo Wolf, and, like, he just could slap. The guy is just absolutely bonkers, and he's a lot of fun. I can't wait, honestly, to like kind of use him again and see what else I could do, because I feel like back when Itto came out, I was still growing as a content creator, and I think that I could do a lot of cool stuff with Itto now that I couldn't have done before, because, well, Taistra's got semi bigger brain. I would say that Taistra's got a semi bigger brain now. I'm just saying. But let's go ahead and talk about Scaramouche, aka Scaradouche, aka Wormy Boy, aka the Wanderer. Sorry for you guys who love Scaramouche. I have to call him Scaradouche. He was kind of a douche, you know? But he is now a friendly man on our team, and he looks dope. Like, honestly, like, outside of the whole feet fetish thing, which I'm not into feet, I'm just saying. But Scaramouche is actually pretty dope looking. I've looked at his kit. I've looked at everything he can do. Obviously, it's all out there, and I've known about it for a while. I think that we've needed a good, or not good, Animo DPS, because Xiao is good. It's just you have to work with him a lot when it comes to certain things. But I think that with Scaramouche, that I'm still a little disappointed at the fact he wasn't Electro, but understanding that he wasn't an Electro boy, I just want to see where the Animo, like, actual thing came from. I know that there's probably something with the lore that's already been said, and I really do need to study more of the lore. But at the same time, I know it's going to be touched up on in the story. Plus, you know, his drip looks freaking fantastic. Overall, I think that he is going to be the king of Animo for a long, long time. I think that his kit is going to outpace Xiao in a lot of ways, and the only reason why I say that is because the way that it's going to work and cause him to do more damage. And obviously, I can't wait to playtest him. We're gonna have a build guide once I've actually had a week to really play with him and Faruzan, because I want to make sure that I give you guys the appropriate details of about these units. But you didn't come here for me to talk about future videos. You came here to hear me say, is this a should you summon? Now, if you are looking for Animo DPSs, or just Animo, like you want to run an Animo type team, this is a great banner to do it. And the reason why is because Faruzan's going to be great, and, you know, she's going to work well with Scaramouche. Scaramouche is going to be a fantastic DPS, so why wouldn't you? Now, the only reason why I am hesitant to say no, and you got to bear in mind, these are great synergy banners. You have Goro to Itto, Faruzan to Scaramouche. Yanfei works well with Faruzan and Scaramouche, but Yanfei doesn't work entirely well with Itto and Goro. It's just the fact that it's tough. It's really tough because, again, Wormy Boy is super, super cool. I'm really excited for Wormy Boy, but at the same time, I feel like it's too little too late in a sense. I would say if you were, obviously you're going to summon regardless, but I would definitely say I would wait. And the reason being is because I've heard murmurs about characters that are going to be coming out, you know, certain Alhaitham or Dehya, and honestly, they sound like they're going to be fantastic. I don't know if they're going to be better than Scaramouche, but the only thing I could say is with Scaramouche being a premier character, he's going to come back. He's definitely going to come back. And a lot of people, I think, will get more benefits out of him later on than right now. Now, granted, if you summon for him now, there is no denying that you're making a good choice, because Scaramouche is going to be fantastic. I think Faruzan is going to work really, really well, and Yanfei is going to work with that team anyway. So I would say this banner is, if you're going to choose between the two, summon on this one. You got a lot of synergy between Faruzan, Yanfei, and Scaramouche. if you summon on the Itto banner, I don't blame you because Geo Team is a lot of fun and Goro is a fantastic support for Itto. I would definitely say skip this banner, even though Itto is fantastic. I love Itto, and I love Itto. He's one of my favorite male characters, but unfortunately, I would definitely have to say that his banner's a skip. Now, let me know in the comments down below, do you guys agree with me on these two choices? Do you guys think that these are skips or do you guys think that these are hits? I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion. And also, when we post the community tab thing, once the banners go up, I want to see your guys' freaking polls. Let me know. I definitely want to see it either on YouTube or on Twitter, so definitely can't wait for that. Guys, don't forget we are also sponsored by G-Subs, the fantastic drink that is great to add to your water and gives you all the energy that you need. They have fantastic flavors like titty milk, emotional damage, and of course guacamole gamer fart. I'm just saying, guys, those flavors are absolutely fantastic. And you know, you can't deny that. Look at this cup. Look at that. That's fantastic. That's waifu material right there. G-Subs, let's get some Genshin Impact girls on there, all right? I want my Ganyu cup, okay? All right. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, we will catch you guys in the next video. Please take care and be safe, y'all.